All right, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Longines Breeders Cup Distaff was Stopchargingmaria. Trainer Todd Pletcher has a horse in the finale, so we'll hope to catch up with him later. But right now, we're joined by owner Kiki Courtelis of Town and Country Farms, as well as Shannon Potter, who serves as racing manager. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kiki, just tell us, first of all, about the experience of watching this race today and what you were feeling when you won the Breeders' Cup Distaff.
It was incredible. It's my first Breeders' Cup race that I've ever had a horse in, and just such an exciting experience. And to have all of my friends and my family with me just made it even better.
And Shannon, can you just talk about the ride that Javier gave this filly? I mean, he found an amazing spot early on, and it was a much better trip than you all had at Saratoga.
Yes, we basically speaking with Javier right before the race. You know, he thought he would be somewhere between third and fourth right off the pace, and that's where he really wanted to be. We didn't think we were the pace of the race, so if we could get a good trip, kind of sit outside, if we could stay tucked in. We knew that Wedding Toast was going to be close up there, so we wanted to kind of set right off of her, and Javi has won a couple of races today, so it's not like you have to tell him too much. He's the pro. He's why he makes the big bucks. So it was as good a ride as she could have had. So.
Very good. Kiki, can you tell us the story of acquiring this filly from Mike Rapoli about around this time last year?
It was around this time, and she had we were looking to buy a young filly who had some success on the racetrack and could go on in her 4-year-old year and put the name Town and Country into racing. And she was very sound. She was 3 years old. She fit the mold perfectly, and Mike was nice enough to let us have her. Yeah.
A Breeders' Cup win is always special, but you are based in Georgetown, Kentucky, and we are here at Keeneland. Does that make it extra special for you?
I get to sleep in my own bed tonight. So yes, but it is. It's wonderful to be in our hometown, and my mom and I moved here 8 years ago, and we're never going back to Florida, so we just love it here.
We were actually talking on the way, walking from the saddling paddock over, and we were saying, I looked at Kiki and I said, look at this. We're in the Breeders' Cup in our own hometown. What could be better? It's magnificent, what has actually transpired here. Keeneland looks like a different place, but it's absolutely awesome. It's what horse racing's supposed to be. So.
Fantastic. Let me see if we have questions from the rest of the room. Anybody?
Hi, Kiki. Can you just talk a little bit about how long you and your mother have been involved in racing and kind of in what got you started in it?
We started with Arabian show horses, and then my father is the one who started the Arabian Jockey Club. And we started racing Arabians, and Sheikh Mohammed had all of his breeding stock with us in Florida. So we were in charge of about 500 head of horses of his. And my mom and I have always wanted to go to thoroughbreds, and we just decided to make the move and moved to Kentucky after 4 of our best mares didn't hold their pregnancy when we got them home, and just said, if we're going to be in this, we got to be here. So.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How big is your broodmare band, and are you equally interested in racing and breeding, or what's the whole philosophy of the operation that way?
Yes, we have about 35 broodmares. About 6 of those we own with other people, partners and friends who we've made in the business, and we are commercial breeders. We do like to offer everything for sale, but what doesn't sell, we've made the decision to keep and run ourselves. So it's good to help our broodmares, and it's good to prove them.
You made it.
Sorry, where do you board them?
We have our own farm.
Georgetown.
In Georgetown, yes.
You made an interesting comment after the race that the actual incident in the stretch, the bumping, it almost didn't worry you because you were just so proud of the filly's effort. Can you just elaborate on that feeling?
Stopchargingmaria is the most extraordinary racehorse I've ever known. She gives 150% every single time, and I don't think she knows she can lose. I just think she goes after everything knowing she's going to win, and she is such a cool customer. She was so cool in the paddock, and Todd has just done such an amazing job with her. Her weight is perfect. She is at the top of her game.
Sherry, do we have any questions from the press box?
Any questions for him?
There's a lot of interest here about plans for next year and whether Stop Charging Maria might continue to train.
She's going to come home Sunday, and we're going to take her over to Haggard and get her checked out from top to bottom and let the test show if she wants to continue. I know mentally she wants to continue, and if she does and she checks out fine, she will go back to Todd.
Very good. One more from Tom, yes.
The personal incident at Saratoga, she went to the front and she yielded late. She was under pressure. But was a conscious decision made today to race her off the pace?
Well, yes and no. Basically, it looked like I said, there looked to be some speed in the race. We didn't know if they would go or not, but we thought they would. We just didn't want to get in the same situation we were at in the personal instant. Untappable had, a lot of speed. She was very keen. It was not the ideal trip for sure because we battled on the rail, and as you guys know, battling on the rail at Saratoga all the way around is a tough spot and hard to win and deep, and so we just knew that we did not want in that spot again. If we could just get her clear, get her to the outside, have clear sailing, that Hobby thought, hey, we'll kick on by if we don't have to make the lead. The only way we were going to make the lead is if everybody went really, really slow on the front end going into the first turn. So, and that didn't happen.
And given the fact she was very wide the entire trip, that was a remarkable performance.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Chase.
Going back to when you bought her from Mike, did you specifically seek her out, or how did that come about, the purchase?
I guess I could answer that for her. We were looking for a filly to race just like her that had shown a lot of great stakes potential. Something maybe to add to the Broodmare band down the road. But TaylorMade had her in the sale, and she RNA'd, and we'd bid on one other horse, and I kind of ran into Todd, and I said, Todd was with us when we bid on the other horse, and Todd said, hey, why don't we take a run at Stop Charging Maria? She's sound. She goes, she's a little bit younger than the other horse we were trying to bid on. He said, and I think she'll continue to just flourish. So we did, struck a deal with Mike, and that's kind of how it came about. I mean, we were looking for a horse, not necessarily looking for Maria, but boy, were we glad when all of it came together, and we were lucky we didn't get the one we bid on so we could get Maria. So.
Have you guys heard from Mike? I mean, he's always around Todd, and you see him everywhere. Do you keep in touch, or have you heard anything from him about this filly?
No, not
yet.
No.
Very good. Any other questions, Lenny?
Any brood mares who are stakes producers or stakes winners who we would know about in the broodmare band?
Yes, we have Champagne Royale, who has produced Danza, as well as Majestic Harbor. We have Lemon Kiss, who has produced Lochte, and she's in full with a full brother or sister right now, hoping to recreate the magic. And
we have Upper Line. We actually had her first Warfront baby in the sale this year. She ran quite a bit here at Kingland too. Another filly named Agave Kiss. She ran quite a bit in New York. That's
Tap of the Day. She's a full sister to Tappet.
That's probably.
I can only see Maria right now, so sorry. I'd be happy to send you a list.
Well, Kiki and Shannon, congratulations to you both. Thanks for your time.